Heavy thud echoes sharply through the quiet trees. One wolf goes down hard into the water, but the rest of the pack swarms in immediately, driven into a frenzy by the metallic scent of blood. The sheer weight of their numbers and the accumulated toll of 3 days of pure exhaustion finally overwhelm the giant. The undisputed king of the forest slowly, tragically collapses into the freezing, muddy water. His massive, heavy antlers come to rest gently against the soft, muddy bank. The loud, brutal struggle quickly fades into heavy. The taiga in autumn is a masterpiece of deception. A fleeting golden hour caught between the short warmth of summer and the brutal grip of winter. Birch and aspen trees shed their leaves in a brilliant display of amber and gold. They blanket the damp earth in a soft, soundless carpet. To the untrained eye, this forest is a sanctuary of peace, a quiet haven where the harsh realities of survival seem suspended in the crisp, cooling air. But beneath this breathtaking canopy, a silent alarm is ringing. The sudden drop in temperature is a warning. It commands every living creature to either prepare for an arduous migration or to rapidly accumulate the energy needed to endure the coming freeze. The illusion of tranquility shatters with a single imperceptible sound. A dry twig snaps under the weight of an unseen footstep. Hidden within the vibrant autumn foliage, ghosts are moving. Amber eyes open beneath the veil of withered grass. The stealthy assassins of the boreal forest are waking up. They are the gray wolves, and they are listening to the rhythm of the taiga. In this realm, beauty is merely a backdrop for a relentless war. Deep within the labyrinth of towering pines, a giant emerges from the morning mist. This is the bull moose. He is a towering monolith of muscle and bone, weighing over 1,300 pounds. He carries a crown of massive antlers that spans 6 feet across. Under normal circumstances, his sheer size makes him an impenetrable fortress. He is the undisputed king of the northern woods. But the changing season has taken a severe toll. He has just survived the grueling rut, a period of violent clashes and relentless mating pursuits that has left him completely exhausted. His massive ribs subtly show beneath his dark, shaggy coat. He is running on empty, desperately seeking to rest and replenish his depleted reserves. He pauses to strip nutrient-rich bark from a young willow tree. His deep, heavy breaths materialize as white steam in the freezing air. He seems invincible. But in the wild, a single moment of vulnerability is all it takes to shift the balance of power. A slight stumble, a momentary drop of his massive head registers like a beacon in the silent forest. 50 yards away, the alpha female of the wolf pack has been watching. She does not see a king. She sees an opportunity. Wolves are highly intelligent tacticians. They understand the immense risk of attacking a healthy, full-grown bull moose. One solid kick from his hooves can shatter a wolf's skull instantly. A direct assault is practically a death sentence. So, they rely on a far more insidious weapon. They use time, patience, and the slow, agonizing erosion of their prey's stamina. This is not a hunt of explosive speed. This is a calculated war of attrition. The pack spreads out in absolute silence. They fan out through the dense underbrush, their gray coats blending perfectly with the shadows of the tree trunks. They do not charge. They simply make their presence known. A low, guttural growl reverberates through the damp air. The moose's ears flick back. His massive head snaps up, his dark eyes scanning the perimeter. He knows he is surrounded. The psychological torture begins. As the pale autumn sun begins to dip below the horizon, the temperature plummets. The golden forest transforms into a chilling, shadowy maze. The moose is forced to move. He crashes through the dense thickets, his massive body snapping branches like matchsticks. But the wolves are not far behind. They trot at a steady, effortless pace, preserving their energy while forcing him to burn his. Night falls, blanketing the taiga in absolute darkness. A haunting howl pierces the silence. It is answered by another from the east, and then another from the west. The pack is communicating, coordinating their invisible net. The moose cannot eat. He cannot rest. Every time he stops to catch his breath, a shadow darts from the tree line, forcing him back into a panicked trot. This relentless harassment continues for 3 agonizing days and nights. The moose's initial panic slowly transforms into deep, muscle-aching fatigue. His reserves are completely drained. His steps become heavier, his powerful strides reduced to a sluggish, desperate lumbering. The wolves can sense the shift. They smell his fear, his exhaustion, and the subtle chemical changes of a body shutting down. The gap between predator and prey begins to close. The forest holds its breath as the climax of this invisible war approaches. The breaking point finally arrives on the evening of the 3rd day. Driven by sheer exhaustion and primal terror, the bull moose makes a desperate tactical decision. He alters his course and crashes into a shallow, semi-frozen bog. The thick, freezing mud instantly sucks at his long legs. It slows his movements to a torturous, heavy crawl. To an observer, it might look like a fatal mistake. But this is a highly calculated final stand. The deep, treacherous mud effectively neutralizes the wolves' greatest physical advantage. They can no longer use their explosive speed and agility to dart in and out of his reach. The moose stops running completely. He turns his massive frame to directly face his relentless tormentors. His broad chest heaves violently, his breath creating thick clouds of vapor in the freezing dusk. His dark eyes are wide, bloodshot, and filled with a dangerous resolve. The illusion of the fleeing, defeated prey is entirely gone. He has shed his fear and transformed back into a 1-ton gladiator. The alpha female steps carefully onto the edge of the cracking ice. She lowers her head, baring her teeth, and lets out a chilling, guttural snarl. The attack is instantaneous, fluid, and perfectly coordinated. 2 subordinate wolves lunge aggressively at the moose's hind legs, desperately trying to sever his hamstrings. Another leaps high toward his massive shoulder, jaws snapping wildly at the thick, protective hide. The moose roars, a deep, prehistoric sound that physically shakes the surrounding autumn leaves. He rears up high on his hind legs, towering majestically over the circling predators. His front hooves, each as large as a dinner plate and sharp as a lumberjack's axe, come crashing down with devastating force. The immense impact shatters the thin layer of ice and sends black, freezing mud flying high into the air. It is a chaotic, brutal, and breathtaking clash of natural titans. Sharp teeth tear into muscle, and bone-crushing kicks meet empty air as the wolves expertly dodge and weave. The dark water slowly begins to churn with a grim shade of red. The peaceful silence of the taiga is completely replaced by the savage, breathless symphony of survival. The battle rages intensely until one side finally makes a single, fatal miscalculation. A young male wolf slips ever so slightly in the treacherous, icy mud. In a fraction of a second, the moose's heavy, weaponized hoof finds its mark. A sickening, heavy thud echoes sharply through the quiet trees. One wolf goes down hard into the water, but the rest of the pack swarms in immediately, driven into a frenzy by the metallic scent of blood. The sheer weight of their numbers and the accumulated toll of 3 days of pure exhaustion finally overwhelm the giant. The undisputed king of the forest slowly, tragically collapses into the freezing, muddy water. His massive, heavy antlers come to rest gently against the soft, muddy bank. The loud, brutal struggle quickly fades into heavy, labored and fading breathing. And then, an eerie, absolute silence returns to the taiga once again. This outcome is undeniably violent, but it is not inherently malicious. In the unforgiving wild, there is absolutely no cruelty, only absolute biological necessity. The death of this magnificent, towering bull is a vital, unbreakable contract signed with the coming winter. His immense sacrifice will directly sustain the entire wolf pack through the darkest, harshest months of the freezing year. As the exhausted wolves finally begin to feed in complete silence, the surrounding forest is already preparing for the next phase of life. A dark, winged shadow sweeps silently over the golden canopy. A large raven lands gracefully on a bare, twisted branch above, its sharp black eyes fixed hungrily on the prize. Soon, an entire army of eager scavengers will arrive at the scene. Cunning foxes, aggressive wolverines, and perhaps a massive grizzly bear desperately looking for a final calorie-rich meal before winter hibernation. Every single ounce of energy will be meticulously recycled back into this beautiful, unforgiving ecosystem. A sudden, sharp gust of northern wind sweeps violently through the tall birch trees. A heavy shower of vibrant golden leaves falls gently onto the blood-stained, muddy bank. They slowly, naturally cover the tracks, the signs of struggle and the memory of the epic battle. The hidden taiga keeps its dark, ancient secrets incredibly well. Nature seamlessly reclaims its quiet, beautiful deception, patiently waiting for the heavy snow to erase absolutely everything. If you found this epic journey into the wild fascinating, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below and let us know which incredible predator or resilient prey we should explore in our next documentary. Until next time, stay infinitely curious and always respect the raw power of the wild.